Hello students, this is Miss Pooja Arun Mhatre, lecturer in Electronics and Telecommunication Department in Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology, Bhayandar East. Today's topic is C&D chapter number 2, Network Models, part 7. The learning course outcomes are application layer, introduction and functions of application layer, benefits of OSI model, layered architecture of the OSI model, difference between OSI and TCP/IP model. Seventh layer of the OSI model is known as the application layer. The application layer is the topmost layer of the OSI model, that is the layer 7. Application layer provides the interface and services that supports user application and provides a general access to the network. Application layers serves as a window for the application to access a network services. So it is the topmost layer of the OSI model. It provides a service that directly supported by the user application. It allows the application on one computer to communicate with applications on the other computer. It allows applications on the one computer to communicate with applications of the other computers as though they were on the same computers. The relationship of the application layer to the user and the presentation layer is shown in the OSI model reference model diagram. So the application layer shares the applications from one computer to the another computer. The applications such as the database access, emails, file transfers, etc. The functions of the application layer are file transfer, access and management. An application layer allows the user to access the files in a remote computers, to retrieve the files from one computer and to manage the files in remote computer. So it allows a computer to exchange, transfer, access and manage the files. Mail services. An application layer provides an facility for the email forwarding and storage. Directory services. An application provides a distributed database sources and it is used to provide a global information about the objects. So application layer allows a creation of virtual terminals which is in the software version of the physical terminal, and the user can log on the remote host due to this arrangement. Network virtual termination allows a user to log on the remote host to creation of the virtual termination in the software version of the physical terminal. Remote logins. These layers allow logging into a host which is remote. Network abstraction. It provides an abstraction of the underlying network to the end user and the application. So it provides a file transfer access management and it creates a basis for the forwarding and the storage of the emails. Benefits of the OSI model. It helps users to understand the big picture of the networking. It helps users to understand how hardware and software elements functions together. It makes troubleshooting easier by separating networks into the manageable pieces. It defines the terms that networking professional can use to compare the basic functional relationship on different networks. It helps users to understand new technologies as they are developed. Aids in interpreting vendors' explanation of the product functionality. Here the figure shows the OSI model. Architecture of the OSI model. The OSI model has 7 layers and they are application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, network layer, data link layer and the physical layer. The sender and receiver. At the sender side, the flow of the data transmission is from the layer 7 to layer 1 and at the receiving side is from the layer 1 to the layer 7. Here the application layer sends a data to the presentation layer. Presentation layer encrypts the data and send it to the session. Session layer creates a session and convert the data into the number of session and transmit it to the transport layer. Transport layer collect the data, convert that data into the segments, and that segments are sent to the network layer. Network layer collect the segments and convert that segments into the number of packets, then that number of packets sent to the frames. Data link layer. Data link layer collect the packets and convert those packets into the number of frames, and those frames are sent to the physical layer, and the physical layer convert those frames into the number of bits, and the bits are sent in a digital signal in the form of digital signal through the communication channel physical medium to the receiving side. Physical layer collect the at the receiving side. Physical layer collect the data in the form of bits and combine those data and send it to the data link layer. Data link layer combine the data and convert it into the frames. Then that frames send it to the network layer. Network layers collect the frames and convert it into the packets. Network layer send it to the transport layer. Transport layer collect the packets and convert it into the segments, and those segments send to the session layer. Session layer collect the segments and convert it into the data, then session layer send the data to the presentation layer. Presentation layer decrypt the data and send it to the application layer, and application layer convert the data in the as per the receiver side software. Here the working of the layer architecture of the OSI model. Layer architecture of OSI model. The layer 1, 2 and 3 are the physical data link and the network layer, which are the support layer of the OSI model. Layer 4, transport layer, which provides the end-to-end reliable data transmission. Layer 5, 6 and 7, that is session, presentation and application layer, are the user support layers. Difference between the OSI and the TCP/IP model. OSI model refers to the open system interconnection, and the TCP/IP refers to the transmission control protocol, internet protocol. OSI model had a 7 layers and the TCP/IP model has a 4 layers. OSI is a less reliable, TCP/IP is a more reliable. OSI is a conceptual model and the TCP/IP is a client server model. That is, when the client requests for the service, it is provided by the server. OSI follows the horizontal approach, TCP/IP follows the vertical approach. OSI model follows a bottom-up approach and TCP/IP follows up a top to bottom approach. Thank you.